Hi, my name is Maria and today I'm going to discuss about a topic that related with my assignment, which is the subject language and popular culture. For this context, I will focus more into the Western context, which means I will more talk about the evolution of Western movie. All of us use movie as a source entertainment. All of us use movie every time and anytime. Movie is a visual art form used to stimulate experiences that communicate ideas, story, perceptions, feeling, beauty, or atmosphere through the use of moving images. Usually the movie that we watch is followed by the sound and moving motion by the actor or the actress from the movie itself. Well, without any further ado, I will just begin the discussion about the Western movie evolution.
Let's start from the very early beginning from the start of movie. A very first movie screening was by Lumiere Brothers Short Films in Paris on 28 December 1895, which known as the breakthrough of projected cinematographic motion pictures. These moving motion pictures continued to depart when special effects discovered and used in movie in late 1980s, which is very unique and impossible to act in theater. However, in early 90s, the first motion pictures that really considered as film it's released, and it started only with basic editing techniques and narrative. Then, the very first 1 hour length film began in 1906. It was by Australian production called The Story of Kelly Gang. It traced the life of the legendary and famous outlaw and bus ranger Ned Kelly. Silent film became very major in 1912. In 1914, movie added more techniques and smooth transition in filming it. Also, cutting to different angles within a scene implied for the very first time during this year. In 1920s, the United States reached the era of greatest ever output with the iconic and well-known silent movie, which is the comedies of Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. Since the World War I started, movies started to lose its popularity among people. But it doesn't mean film industry is over. The silent movie still produced until 1927 and continued by Warner's released Jazz Singer, which has little bit sound like singing and dialogue. The area old talkie finally started in the end of 1929 with several sound in the movie. Then, here comes musical film for the very first time, which is the Broadway melody. The movie industry starts to be popular again with the production of gothic horror films like Dracula and Frankenstein in 1931. The year after that, 1932, movies are available with colors. This started with the short of Walt Disney, Flowers and Tree. In 1937, Walt Disney has higher position in movie industry with startup of cartoon business into feature films, with the first English-speaking animated feature Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The movie production still moving into next level. Even after World War II, there is few controversial in movie industry because of the TV invention that is very popular that time. In era 1960s, movie are not just popular based on American background, but it has moving forward into another country context or the use of studio facilities abroad. One of the popular its masterpiece is Mary Poppins in 1964 and The Sound of Music in 1965. The use of foreign language also starts to become popular from the movie La Quartet Sans Coupe, which is French context. The more years added, in mid of 1970s, movie industry started to produce explicit content, like adult movie. However, it ends during 1980s, the time when people spend their time mostly watching movie with their own VCRs at home. The most popular production at this time was like Indiana Jones and Star Wars, which up to more sequels. Until 1990s, in the modern era, the special effect movies started to really popular with digital cinema technology like the movie Terminator and Jurassic Park. In late 1990s, DVD became new popular culture for watching movie until the late of 2000s where people started to really in using YouTube and internet as movie or video entertainment source, and documentary film became popular genre too. As until 2011, the largest film industry by number of feature films. Until today, superhero genre has been the most dominant genre as far as American box office receipts are concerned. The 2019 superhero films, Avengers Endgame, was the most successful movie of all time at the box office.
I think that's all the end of the very beginning, how the movie started until today. Can you imagine that centuries already passed by, so many years, and movies still become a thing? Movies still become a very popular culture around us, and it become more flexible and more suits since the modernization and the change of the time. Well, in the end of the day, we still have to thank for the people who already invented this source entertainment, and we need to keep preserving this popular culture around us. So I think that's all for my assignment video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's all.